Mic testing, 1, 2, Browski back in the building, and we got a freaky frog for kidnapping popular YouTuber under some Diddy allegations. I'm pretty sure y'all know by the thumbnail who we talking about. Let's jump straight into it. I haven't heard much about this dude, so this is probably the first time I'm gonna be like actually hearing what he did. I think this was recently too. All right, let's see.
A popular YouTuber once known for his family vlogging.
Look, come there. Come on. I think he's from Nigeria, y'all.
Is now accused of kidnapping 2 women. But the story doesn't end there. Authorities say the Texas-based content creator fled the United States by booking a one-way ticket and hopping on a nearly 20-hour flight all the way to the Middle East. So how did a man with millions of social media followers end up charged with aggravated kidnapping? Well, it all began on November 22nd. That's when a woman exchanged numbers with 26-year-old Corey Pritchett Jr. The woman told authorities the following day she and another woman met up with Pritchett. They did some pretty harmless activities like working out, ATV riding, then bowling. But it was at the bowling alley where things took an intense turn.
He grabbing balls! Felt like he grabbing balls, man! Nah, this ain't dealing with no dude. I don't know, maybe he grabbing bowling balls, you know?
Something was off when Pritchett and his 2 friends started acting strange. The women told police they were repeatedly looking around, seemed on edge, and were acting suspicious. The unnamed women told police they learned Pritchett and his friends were having issues with another group that was there at the bowling alley. So they reportedly told Pritchett if he continued acting that way, he should just leave with his friends. Pritchett in turn stepped out with his friends, but never returned, leaving the women behind.
Hold on. How you stalking at a bowling alley? Like for real, like imagine you get somebody's number, y'all go to the bowling alley and you got Buddy in the corner like this. Like, nigga, what are you looking at?
Time the women texted him because they left their stuff in his car. So he asked them to meet at the H-E-B grocery store parking lot to get their stuff back. When the 2 women showed up, he switched gears and offered to drive them home, and they said yes. But according to the women, Pritchett flipped the script once again. During that drive, he reportedly began acting erratically and skipped what was supposed to be the route to drop them off. The women say Pritchett claimed someone was after him and started making phone calls. Then Pritchett began driving at high speeds, going past 100 miles per hour.
Oh, he was plotting!
He pulled out a gold-colored handgun and started waving it around the sunroof while still driving erratically fast. Then,
say you lied. This nigga think he John Wick, chat!
Began firing off rounds out of the car window. One of the women reportedly told Pritchett to take her back to her apartment and try to calm him down by asking him to pray with them. But he still continued driving crazy fast down the I-10 highway. Pritchett then made a video call to a woman reportedly saved in his phone under future wife.
I ain't gonna lie, chat.
He asked the woman on the call.
Just based off the look of this nigga, he looked like he was in that car with a Desert Eagle just, hey! Boom, 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 boom. Like, I can just see it happening, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, the actions that they're saying that he committed, this don't sound like no intentional just acting, like he just out of nowhere just started acting like that. No, this nigga set this up. He had scripts, but this nigga had scripts to this. What Meek Mill say? Nigga, he wasn't lying. It's levels to this, man.
Had the perfect opportunity and was in the middle of nowhere where no one could hear them scream. Should I just go ahead and do it? And the woman on the line reportedly responded, yes. For the women in Pritchett's car, though, they were seemingly in fear of their lives. The women told police that Pritchett told them, I'm gonna F y'all and then kill y'all. By this point, the women said they were texting one another during all of this. But authorities say Pritchett then started pointing the gun at them and took their phones away so they couldn't communicate with each other.
No!
According to police, Pritchett then pulled off the highway onto the shoulder of I-10 near Sealy, Texas. Seemingly with a change of heart, he told the women to get out of his car, telling them this is your only opportunity. One of the women said she tried to get her phone back, but wasn't able to. Then Pritchett drove off.
This nigga have... It's no way you just acting like this. Bro has to be on some type of drug. Like, no, like for real. I can see he looked like a Percocet type of guy. I'm not even gonna lie. But I definitely see him being a Percocet type of guy. But this time it wasn't the Percocets. He was just perking the sex so he can get that later. And it looks like, I don't understand how you got all this money and you make it this difficult to get some Percocets. Like, I don't understand.
Off, leaving them stranded on the side of the road at night. The women told police they spent more than an hour along the side of the highway before they were able to flag down a driver who called 911. But But clues pieced together by investigators would help corroborate their story. One of the women had the Life 360 app on her phone, and screenshots, which included timestamps and the route they took, supported the victim's story of what happened. Pritchett was ID'd through his driver's license and social media pages. But when investigators reached out to him, his phone was no longer in service. Instead, they found out through TikTok that he was planning to move to Dubai.
I moved to Dubai. The people that's wondering. Feel so good out here. My kids, listen. So I'm having more kids, right?
Oh,
my future wife, for sure.
What you gonna force them? You gonna force a kid in them? Come on, bro.
And Aiden, my kids are gonna be homeschooled, bro. It's getting real wicked in the United States. A lot of y'all not paying attention because a lot of y'all sleep, and the news outlets are not speaking.
Say it's the nigga that's moving like Batman out here. You would have thought bro was Joker, bro. Like the way he moving. The nigga has been plotting since the bowling alley to kidnap. He had a Desert Eagle in the car, thinking he Playboy Cardi, going down the highway driving 130, telling the girls that he'll shoot him and do this to him and all that, and gonna turn around and say the world is wicked. You know what? I hear crickets. Somebody ain't saying something right.
You know, a lot of that's going on there. It's gonna get real over there. Y'all might think I'm lying. Y'all might think I'm just talking. Y'all seen other people probably saying it. But you know, people don't believe until it hit the fan. That's one thing I noticed about most people in the United States. They want to party, live life, until it hit the fan. When it hit the fan, then everybody like, oh, they want to scatter. No.
But according to the FBI, they confirmed Pritchett bought a one-way ticket to Qatar on December 9th. A little more than 2 weeks later after buying that one-way plane ticket, Pritchett was officially charged on December 26th with 1 count of aggravated kidnapping.
I want to give a huge thanks to you, our viewers, and our amazing sponsors like
The freak? How is it? Wait, is it really kidnapping? Because I don't remember them saying he forced them in the car. Or is I'm tripping? Did I miss something? I thought the women got in the car on their own, brother.
Upside. Upside is a super cool and free app
this?
that gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and restaurants. Whether it's a nice restaurant or a quick grab-and-go meal, I can use Upside for both. And guess what?
Oh, really?
I can use Upside to get cash back when I do. It's really so easy and simple to use and completely free, so why not try it? This is actual real cash back too. It's money that appears in your Upside app that you can transfer straight into your bank account. Here's what you do. You download the Upside.
Look, I don't care about all that. I'm trying to cash out on you. What's up with you, beef? That's with your boy, man. Come on, why you don't want a little brown skin?
Upside app, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You pay as usual using a debit or a credit card and follow the steps on the app and get paid. You can use Upside at places like Dunkin' Donuts, Cinnabon, Pinkberry.
Yeah, we heard enough. You might well take a vacation.
Pritchett still continues to post on social media. On January 4th, he posted an article from Houston news station KPRC, along with the caption, "Letter to the internet, it's finna be a ball. Let the show begin. Hashtag Houston,
Let me guess, chat. This picture right here, that's the girl, huh? I know it is. I bet it is. Look at him. He looked like he up to something. He over here. Nah, man, bro, think he Kobe in the car right now. He sure moving like Kobe, too.
Let me show you how to take monsters down the hashtag smooth way. You see it says accused, right? Don't worry, LOL. I'm finna give you the details on here and in the court of law. They gonna regret effing with me like I'm just some goofy or some. Oh,
nigga, ain't nobody did nothing to you.
In Houston. A day later, he posted a video with the victims as they were ATV riding. That video was captioned tagging Houston PD as he wrote in part, "We have a case here of popular YouTuber Corey SSG kidnapping 2 white girls, and he's currently on the run in Dubai.
Then you got the white
IDK,
women.
But yeah, the FBI should be after him." A pretty wild case that has now ranged.
Why would you kidnap white women then run to Dubai? Nick, do you not know that they got Corvette C8s as police cars? Nigga, they got 4 Mustang Dark Horses as police cars and you trying to run to Dubai. You must got a Bugatti or something. You can get far in about 12 minutes. You got to pick gas back in it. That's $300 a tank. What's wrong with this nigga? That's why he got caught. You gonna go to the place where police is most known for speed. This dude has got no
across
sense, bro.
2 completely different countries that are thousands of miles away from one another. So let's bring on retired
Bro, she is mad thick, chat. I'm sorry for the pausing, but god dang, somebody find me this news reporter right now, chat. I demand it. Lord have mercy. My bad.
agent Colin Schmidt to get his thoughts on this. Colin, thank you so much for joining me today. What is your reaction to this case, from Pritchett's alleged erratic behavior to trapping these two women allegedly in his car and leaving them stranded on the side of the road, then later fleeing off to Qatar?
Well, I think the first thing for investigators is kind of look at the totality of the circumstances and look at the big picture, as well as look at credibility of who the complainants are, as well as what's really going on here between these two people. And that's based upon the recent
It's one nigga. What they talking about? Two people. Bro got a sidekick?
Instances of YouTubers or bloggers or social media influencers faking their own kidnappings. So to prevent a waste of resources, they have to just take a step back and kind of look at the big picture. And then, of course, if there is some merit to this, then they're going to have to kind of dig in and find out exactly what really went on between these two.
And investigators also say that, GPS data from Life 360, which was an app that was on one of the women's phones, that helped corroborate their story. Talk to me about how investigators use that type of data to kind of piece together, or at least verify these types of allegations.
Well, in this case, the victim made it easy for law enforcement to track her because they did have the Life 360 app on there. I'm familiar with the app. It's fantastic. And I have used it with my kids as well. So if that wasn't on there, the first step with all these cases, and even if it's a bank robbery or a fraud case, is going to be the phones, and to look in to see if there's any GPS data, tracking data in that phone, to find out and to corroborate what the victim is saying that the assailant did.
Yeah, and it's also, unclear right now, but from what we do know now, do you think the erratic behavior on Pritchett's behalf might have been someone actually after him, as he had told these women allegedly? Or do you think there's another reason, possibly like drugs, that kind of made him act erratically during this whole incident?
Well, with the limited information, available, you'd be speculating on why he was acting so erratic. So when somebody's acting erratic, there's some a catalyst or some sort of antecedent that make them do that. So either it's something internal or external, and
definitely
that's one thing that's going to come out, so to speak, in the wash as the investigators do their investigation and start talking to people and find out why he was behaving in such an odd manner. And then the fact that he fled to Qatar, which is kind of an unusual country to go to.
And then he gonna post
because,
it, come out, I'm in Dubai.
I doubt he speaks Arabic. That
what you trying to say, nigga?
Does he have some sort of connection to that country?
Yeah, and I was also, going to ask you what your thoughts are on him fleeing to Qatar. What all goes into extraditing a kidnapping suspect? And in your opinion, how long do you think it'll take before he's actually back in the United States?
Smoothing.
Well, first thing is, if we have extradition with Qatar, I'm not aware whether we do or don't for that particular crime, because extradition is crime specific. Some crimes are extraditable, some aren't. And then the extradition process is generally very long and takes at least a year to 2 years. Generally, what the authorities do is they just have the country expel or deport the person that's there.
Why he look like he reading a script? Like, he talking in the camera, but he like, I went to the store and I seen LeBron James. After I seen LeBron James, Kevin Durant came behind him and hit a 3-pointer. He got a triple-double the same.
It's a much faster process unless the person has some sort of citizenship with that country. And I doubt this gentleman has any citizenship with Qatar.
And do you think that trip was planned this whole time, or do you think he kind of did it as an escape to escape those now criminal charges that he's facing? Because I can't imagine, leaving your children behind to go start a new life in a completely different country and just, leave them behind in Texas.
Well, if he was going to Mexico, I would say there wasn't a lot of thought put into it, because obviously
it's freaky frogged and threw the Mexicans in here. What the Mexicans do? Leave them black brothers alone.
It's right over the border. But to take an international flight, you have to fly through an international hub, whether it be Houston or Los Angeles or New York, and then make a couple of connections to get to Qatar. So, and then, of course, the flight itself is pretty expensive. And then there is going to be some scrutiny on him on when he lands through the authorities there in Qatar. So there had to be some sort of planning to go into it, because, like I said, he's just not driving his car over the border going down to Mexicali. He's going to a foreign country, and it's approximately an 18-hour flight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and booking that one-way ticket as well.
That boy pulled the Diddy, bro. I promise you, he just pulled the Puffy on them niggas, bro. This man tried to go to another country, chat. This nigga just pulled the Puffy, bro. I'm telling you. And now life getting didified for this nigga, bro, because he want to pull Puffies on people. You can't be a diddler, start diddling, pull a Puffy, and think it don't get Buffy. Like, what's wrong with you, baby?
Too. I can't even imagine kind of going back to this alleged crime as well. You know, can't imagine what it was like for these two women who were stranded on that highway until they were able to flag down a driver who actually called 911, and then authorities arrived as well too. But you know, kind of going back to the overall alleged offense in this case, what do you kind of make of just leaving two women stranded on a highway, and then just again fleeing off to a completely different country?
Well, that tells me that there wasn't much thought put into this. It sounds more like this was an impulse crime. He was reacting to some sort of something maybe that women had done to him.
This was not no impulse crime, nigga. This was a setup. What are you talking about?
And this was reaction, and he didn't think it through. And then I think finally it kind of dawned on him that what he had done is basically going to land him in jail. And he essentially panicked, kicked him out or put him on the side of the road, and then obviously left the country. So he's definitely has a lot going on inside his head, and this case is only going to probably get stranger as the investigators dig in.
Yeah, and you mentioned something earlier in our discussion, you know, just about his whole social media persona, which is kind of another added layer to this whole entire story. You know, Pritchett has millions of followers across different social media platforms, but then you tack on this alleged behavior and this alleged or this crime as well too. What do you make of all of that, given that he was this kind of apparent rise on social media, and then he got kind of famous as well too, doing family content, and then for this to kind of come out? What do you make of just kind of that
he a family guy
situation?
He a family guy, Chad. You know how Family Guy get down. If you know, you know. Yeah,
we're kind of seeing all unfold.
Well, that's from where I started with this, that because of his social media presence, law enforcement was going to have to kind of dig in and kind of determine what the motive behind this was. Maybe he had no intent of harming these women. He was just doing this for the classic clicks. Or
imagine telling a girl, "I will kill you. This your only chance to leave," and talking about, "Oh, he probably has no intent on harming them." All right, what he gonna do then? Well, I was just, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you." Turn around and just rub her feet. I swear to God, this got to be the dumbest Chef Ramsay we ever met in our life.
Like I said, he had something going on in his life that made him.
God dang, slow down, boy. Hold on, man. My key got stuck. Oh my God, are you serious?
But it seems like there's such in society now. There's such a intense pressure to get quote unquote clicks that we see these social media people doing some amazingly stupid and abhorrent things. And frankly, I think law enforcement and the society as a whole is really kind of getting tired of it, and the hammer is starting to fall on these people for their behaviors.
Now, say Pritchett makes it back to the United States, he's facing this kidnapping charge. How long of a potential sentence or punishment do you think that he could be facing now?
Well, if the federal authorities get involved, I believe you could get up to life in prison for kidnapping.
Oh, so, God dang.
Depending on the circumstances and if it's provable.
You're doing life.
In this case, he didn't take the victims over state lines, so there's an argument that it's not a federal crime. However,
man, it's federal regardless. The government know about it. How, bro? You get he might get life because he kidnapped some white women. I'm not racist. I have nothing against white women, but I actually love white women. But it's just the fact that you know how the system is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, buddy. They ain't gonna slap you on your wrist. They gonna clap your neck. All right, they gonna right there in the middle of your neck is long.
However, there is a kidnapping statute in Texas. So, and Texas has a pretty aggressive law enforcement culture there. So he's going to be facing some jail time if it turns out that this was legitimate kidnapping and these women are willing to testify.
All right. Well, Colin, I want to thank you so much for joining me and giving me insight into this case. Before we sign you off, though, anything else you'd like to add?
You're beautiful.
I think it just comes, like I said, full circle about all this social media clicking nonsense, and it's really
Man, these
gotten out
niggas
of
only
hand.
got 3 pictures of this
And
man,
I
bro.
think it's long past time for authorities to start cracking down because people are getting harmed.
All right, Colin,
It's
again,
two
thank you
people.
so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, Sophie.
According to reports,
Oh,
law
no, she's
enforcement
still
is
here.
making an effort to bring Corey Pritchett Jr. back to the United States. In one of his latest Instagram posts, Pritchett wrote he was back on the way to the U.S. because he had a meeting in Houston. That post was followed by another with the caption, "See y'all when I get out. Crazy everybody want to see me behind bars for accusations I didn't do. I know God got me. Love all my supporters. They can't keep me down."
Bro, I don't know what it is with people. It ain't even niggas. It's just people. How do you get so much information out of a person when everything adds up? You got papers on them. You got evidence and everything on this person, right? You will take that same person to court. They could be in this mess for 20 years, Diddy. The first thing come out their mouth is, "Judge, I ain't guilty." Bro, that be killing me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga even made a video about being in Dubai to even follow up behind everything he said. And he still, ooh, boy, I'm glad I ain't no criminal, boy. It's been your boy Brownsky, man. If you enjoyed the video, like it. God dang. Like and subscribe. Boy, I about to call the asthma attack. And before I leave y'all, I need y'all to do me a big favor. Somebody please find me this woman.